Welcome viewers to my channel Real Earth Rocks. I'm Chris. Now today I'll be talking about my tentative plans to take a cruise around the Antarctic. I'll be discussing Antarctic maps, the topography. Now we all know that there is an Antarctic Treaty with 12 signatories, and all the countries of the world are in agreement that the Antarctic is a place where peace will be maintained and the pursuit of environmentalism. Okay, so this is a map from an old atlas, and you can see there the 60th parallel is this line here. Okay, I purchased a copy of this Gleason's map. This is the Earth. Looking at it from, if you believe in a globe, that's the top, and then this is the northern hemisphere, the equator, the southern hemisphere, and then Antarctica, which is the rim of the Earth. Now, the Antarctic Treaty says that nobody is permitted to go below the 60th parallel is here. So basically that's the edge of the Antarctic and some of the waters as well. There are a number of cruises that are permitted to go to Antarctica, and my partner and I discussed what a lovely idea it might be to take a cruise around the Antarctic. Now, it's quite an expensive venture, and you must book, as a general rule, in a couple of years in advance. So I was looking at 2021 or 2022, something along those lines. Now, I live in Australia, and there aren't many. In fact, if I want to go from Australia, I'd have to go to New Zealand, and from New Zealand you can catch a cruise apparently, but I think there's only 2 a year. Or alternatively, you catch a flight across Australia, across Africa and to South America there, and from there again you catch a cruise. So here you'll see a number of websites that I did visit with regard to inquiring about taking a cruise. I got a computer, what is it called, the automated reply. I never received any particular information. However, I will say that I didn't bother to follow up because the new state of affairs that we find ourselves in at the moment occurred, and so I thought we'd just wait and see how the world ends up in the future. Now, another thing that I did find very interesting of late is that there was a very good website that I used to visit with regard to topographic maps. And I've noticed a couple of months ago, and then I checked again yesterday, and they've removed Antarctica from the topography of Earth. Now, that's interesting, isn't it? I mean, you'd wonder why it still exists as far as I know. And you would think it would still be there, but you can visit yourself, and unless they've changed things yesterday, it wasn't there the day before. And I find that very, very unusual that Antarctica should be removed from Earth's topography. Now, here on Google Earth you can see they've got a photograph of the continent of Antarctica, and they say that the continent of Antarctica is a similar size to America and Mexico together and or Australia. But when you look at the old topography map, you could fit 20 Australias in this photo. So unless that's not authentic, Australia and the Antarctica are supposedly a similar size. So that's strange right there too. Now here on the website, they still discuss that Antarctica exists, but there's no photograph or animation or cartoon of it on any level whatsoever. This very good video that a lady did. She found an old Encyclopedia Britannica, 1958. And it says here that in December of 1955, a task force left New Zealand and set up 2 base stations. And what they found, these flights proved the inland areas to be featureless in character, with a dome 13,000 feet high at about latitude 80 degrees south. Now, they claim that the dome begins at the 80th parallel. 80th parallel is in between these 2 lines here, so right in the middle of what we would consider this white section of Antarctica. That's around about the 80th parallel, just there. Alexandria of land, or something like that. That section in here. Now, if that's true, that there is a dome there, that would explain why nobody's permitted to go below the 60th degree. And here is an animation of somebody's version of what a dome may look like. Now, you'll see that Antarctica there just appears to be a very thin stripe of ice. But in fact, what could be the case is that this is hundreds, if not thousands, of miles wide. And this is why nobody's permitted to go there. It also lends itself that the Earth is not a spinning globe. So I just thought I would share all that with you. Thank you for joining me, and I'll catch you next time.